Hey y'all, and welcome to Skyrim Scripting. On this episode, we are going to make a wheel. Very fun. So the wheel widget is the main logo of UIExtensions. So we're back and doing more UIExtensions, and I'm doing the wheel because I feel like I'm spinning around in circles. I keep recording episodes for different playlists, and I can't keep track of it. I did Papyrus Util for miscellaneous, and then I did a bag of holding, and then I did a beginner basics, and now I've told myself that if I do the wheel, I can do bag of holding again. I love that tutorial series. You should check it out if it's posted. Making the bag of holding is super fun. It's hard. I want to get back to it. So let's make a wheel, shall we? What are we going to put in the wheel? I don't know, dog, cat, choose animal picker. I don't know. I wish this were Twitch so you could give me an idea. Let me move my UI extension stuff over here. Here's my mods, here's my cool mods, here's my UI extensions, and do we need anything else? I don't think so, right? UI extensions go here. Bag of holding go here. Refresh. There we go. And I'll do UI extensions and my UI extension scripts, which I think I showed you in the first episode. Let's go to the creation kit. Animal picker. Seriously, can we do something cooler than that? If we do something cooler than that, then we'll probably spend the episode making something cool instead of just showing you how to make the wheel. But I want to do something cool, like I don't know, show you your spells on a wheel and let you cast them, or your equipment. I don't know, potions. I want to do potions and spells. Magic wheel, the wheel of magic. Magic wheel, hooray! And creation kit will edit magic wheel, and as always, I'm doing this using Mod Organizer 2, but you at home, you can just go to creationkit.exe, you can open it up, and just wait 2 moments for me and all the other Mod Organizer 2 folks to catch up to you. So we've caught up. We're here in Creation Kit. Go ahead and save, and we'll call this Magic Wheel. Woohoo! And what are we going to make? We need to trigger this wheel. We could trigger it with a spell, a keyboard shortcut, but we're not there yet. We haven't really covered keyboard shortcuts. Let's do it with a spell. We've done that a million times. So that I don't forget to associate the spell with the magic effect again and crash the game, I'm going to make the effect first and call it wheel, magic wheel. I like saying wheel. Effect. Magic wheel effect. And like we've done before, we're going to make it a fire and forget so that we can cast it real quick, and we'll give it a magic skill and it will conjure a wheel. So then we make our spell and we call it whatever we want. I'm going to call it magic wheel spell. Call it magic wheel. It's of type spell, it's a fire and forget, and it uses the effect that we just made. Okay. That's our spell, which we can cast. We could give it to the player just using the console or something. Sure, let's just save and run the game. We'll run it with SKSE because UIExtensions requires it. Oh, but I'm going to turn on my mod. Boop. Come on, there we go. Mod is enabled. I always forget that. Let's go to Riverwood. Still looking for suggestions on different cells to go to. Here we are. We don't have the conjuration spell, so we'll just go to the console and we'll type help and we'll do magic wheel. There's the spell, so we'll say player.add spell. 801. We got it. Hooray! Go to our spell menu, Conjuration. Hooray! We can cast it. We didn't even add a script to it, so this isn't going to work until we add a script to it. Let's add a script. We're gonna add a script to the magic effect. We're gonna do it real fast. And go to Papyrus Scripts, and we'll call it Magic Wheel Effect Script. But you don't have to say it like that. But you can if you want to. It's more fun. Especially if you're tired and you're trying to stay awake and record screencasts. Just gotta keep the energy going, right? Whew. Keep the momentum going. Momentum. I can say words. Riverwood, we're gonna change our cell to Riverwood. Change our cell. And let's do the same thing. We'll just help Magic Wheel. Stewie from Family Guy would be proud. Player.add spell 60801. Cool. Now we can cast it, and the effect, which does nothing right now, will go! Yeah! So what you can do is you can hop on over into Creation Kit, open up that effect, right click on that Papyrus Magic Wheel Effect script, hit Edit Source, and as always, I'm going to head over to Visual Studio Code. Seriously. Tell me what you want to see. Put it in the comments. I don't know what you want to see. I can't read your mind. Put it in the comments. Do it while I drink my tea. Put it in the comments. Do it. That's some spicy, spicy tea. Here we are. I got my Magic Wheel Effect script. Let's make it do a thing. Like we've done so many times before. We're going to do event on effect start. Actor target. Actor caster. With a comma. Debug message box so that we know it's working. Like always, it's working. Save. You can just Control S to save in Creation Kit. And we're headed over to Skyrim. Magic Wheel Effect script is what we're reloading. Reload script. Magic Wheel Effect script. Cast our spell. And it's working. Now let's make it open up a wheel. So for me, as always, I gotta go to my little project file and I gotta tell it to pull in SKSE and UI extensions. As always, I'm just gonna close and open code because it makes it so much faster. Yeah, if I can do it. I know how to use a computer. I swear. And now what we can do is UI extensions dot stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a menu, and it's going to be the UI wheel menu. Let's go ahead and pull it up. So let's go to wherever we extracted in our previous sessions our scripts for UI extensions. So here we are. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to open this up like I always do in another Visual Studio Code so that we can just poke around. Poke around. Here's the list menu that we did last time. Here is the text entry menu that we did the first time. And here is the wheel menu. Now, the wheel menu might actually be what the UI Extensions website actually has on the home page. If you go to the description and scroll down to the bottom, it actually has a little thing for the wheel menu. And what it does is it says, instantiate the menu UI wheel menu, then set this string for the 0th slot on the wheel, and then set the label for the 0th slot on the wheel, and then open up the menu. I just gotcha, if you don't enable that wheel menu slot, you won't be able to hover over it with your mouse. Now, We've looked at using this style where you have to pass UI wheel menu, UI wheel menu, UI wheel menu, UI wheel menu, UI wheel menu. We're not going to do that nonsense. We're going to do it the way that we like to do it, which is this way. UI wheel menu equals UI extensions dot get menu UI wheel menu set property string, it needs to be on a certain index string, and then this takes the property name, the index, in which case which of the 8 slots. Looks like there should be 10, but I think there's only 8 that you can assign to. And then what the value that you're setting is. So one of the properties is like option text, I think. Well, let's look at this in the in here. If we look in UI wheel menu, we can just scroll down. Just scroll down until you see something about option property stuff. There's an icon color and text color. We're totally going to try that. Option enabled, we're going to want that. Option text, label value, and icon. We want all those things. So let's do the text first. So is it called option text? Option text. Option text for the 0th wheel. First wheel item. And then we will do, I'm going to copy and paste this line, and I'll replace 0 with 1. So for the 1th, so the second wheel item, and I'll do one more. I'll replace this with 2. We'll do 3rd wheel item, and we'll do wheel menu dot open menu, save, build. Might failed, and I'll find out why. It's because the code is wrong. Just like we did with the text entry or the list menu, get menu returns this UI menu base, so you need to cast. So we just say as UI wheel menu. You can use like the capitalized UI wheel menu with your parameters, your variables here. The way that they wrote the script, it doesn't capitalize for me automatically, so that's the only reason I'm making it all lowercase, but I would prefer if these were called UI wheel menu, capitalized. Just a little thing. That's why mine's all lowercase. I wouldn't normally do that, but my program, my Visual Studio Code completes that way. And it's because, so this is a quick tip for when you create scripts for other people. All these files are named lowercase, and even though the scripts themselves are capitalized, the PSC files cause some text editors like mine to lowercase things. So you would want to name this like UI wheel menu, but I won't change it. Anyway, let's go to our game. Reload script. Cast our spell. The wheel. Let's see. There's no option text. Let's escape out of that. So we set option text. The other thing is this option label thing. That's what they put on their website. So option label text. So we could try that, option label text, and see if that helps us. So I'm gonna have 3 more lines, and I'm just gonna call these option label text. I'm just gonna say label. So see what I did. Here's what I've got. I set for 0, 1, and 2 the option text and the label text. I use different words so that I can see what's different. Save, build, go into game, reload the script, cast the spell. Okay, so apparently the labels are what shows up. We don't know where the text is. But I'll tell you where the text is. The text goes down here, I think, when your mouse hovers over it. But the mouse isn't working. You can't hover over it. It's because they're not enabled. I don't know why they didn't set it up so it's enabled by default. Whatever. So we scroll down. You have to make the option enabled, and that's a Boolean. So instead of this whole set property index string, which again just, it sets a string, but the index word is there so that you set the string on a certain index because the wheel menu has 8 of these indexes. So I'm gonna copy all these again, and instead of set property index string, I'm going to set property index bool, and it's going to be called, I think, option enabled, right? For each of the 3 ones. And I'm going to call them true. True, true. So that's what I got. Control S to save it in Creation Kit. I'm doing my little compilation thingy. Reload. Cast. Yeah, the mouse goes over it. Woo! You look at the bottom, you can see third wheel item, second wheel item. So the text goes in this special little slot here. And the label is what shows up over here. And so you can play around and you can tell that you can't actually put a whole lot of text here. We're probably not going to turn this into an actual magic menu. This episode would be way too long because I want to show you how to do other stuff with this. If I click this, it closes. We want to find out which one you selected. So let's do that, and then we'll play with colors and icons. Because I don't want to not do that. Why would we not do that? Alright, so you open up the menu, and then, like we've done before, we can set int selected index equals wheel menu dot, it's like a, what is it? Get result int. And then we'll debug message box. You selected number item index and the selected index. Cool. Here's the whole code. I'm gonna compile. Boop. That's the whole code. First one, item 0. Second one, index 0. Ooh, that's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. What if we try this? Open menu returns an integer. Try this. Man, the menus are kind of inconsistent. Let's try this. We'll use the integer that's returned from the open menu function. Apparently get result in didn't work. Reload. Here's number 0. Aha. Give me 1. Aha, it's 1. Aha, it's 2. Hooray! Yay! And I think you can go up to 8. You don't have to do it, but I guess I'll do it. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of want to try 9. So 8 will spill over because 8 would actually be the 9th. So I want to see what happens if we try this. We might just crash the game. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and these I didn't enable them, so that's why I can only hover over these 3. So you get 8 of them. I think up here is where the icon goes. Let's give these an icon. For the icon, I want to go to where you have UI extensions, the actual thing. Here's UI extensions. Here's that BSA. We've extracted this in previous episodes. I'm going to extract the BSA for UI extensions in the downloads folder. I've done this before. You don't need to do what I'm doing, but I want to look at the extension assets. So all these like UI icons. Icons categories Psycho Steve and UI icons Psycho Steve. What? What? I think if I click through here, I can find out the names of the icons. That's why I'm in here. And I'm going to pick some icon names. Ooh, see? Check these out. Ooh, I want a bag. I want the sword. Here's the icons. Woohoo, yeah! I want the apple. And it's called Inv Food. Clearly. Let's go to Inv Food. So the wheel menu, you can set the option icon as a string. So let's do a couple of them. Let's do, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Let's set, it's option, what was it, label icon? Just option icon. Let's do, inv food and see if that's right. Mag all. And this is JPEX. You can see there on the screen what the name of the Flash decompiler is. That's kind of cool. What's the star? Cat favorites. Cool, it gets your favorites. Save. Build. Reload our script. Ooh, see, there's an apple. There's a book. It's a little favorite thing, but and the apple kind of goes over that label first wheel text, and that's kind of annoying. Apple, book, star. Let's see if shorter text looks a little bit better on there, because this is how you're going to design your wheels. Now if you escape out of it, it doesn't seem to give you we're not printing the selected index if you escape out of it, which is weird. If you selected 0. Ooh, why is it doing it multiple times? Star, book, apple. But I want to hit tab. Okay, tab will give you -1, but escape. Good. Escape also gives you -1, so you can tell if they exit the menu. Escape will give you -1, and these ones you can't select because they're disabled. So here's some icons. Let's look at one other Swift file to see if it also has different icons or if they're the same. So we have icons category Psycho Steve. Let's open up the SkyUI one. It opens up on another screen for me all the time. Frames. This looks like it has more. Look, there's a tree, there's swords, there's axes. Yeah, there's more. I want the crossbow. Let's see if it supports these. Weapon _ crossbow. Because it might support the icons from both of these. Let's do weapon crossbow. I'll just try one of them to see whether or not those SkyUI icons work. There's a little crossbow! Yeah! Oh yeah! Woohoo! Crossbow! When I escaped out of this, it did a little bit of a weird oddity in its selection stuff. I hit escape and then cast it again. I think it's only if you open up the console. It was being weird because we reloaded the script while in the menu. So if you want to know where those icons are and what they're called, I don't know how to do that other than installing the JPEX Free Flash Decompiler. So I just look for Swift Decompiler and install it from GitHub. And then once you open up a Swift file with it, you can just click on frames or sprites. and then open up any one of these. So here's potions. If you double click on it, it'll open it up and you go to the frame label. Oops. No, which one was it? I want the potion. That one's cool. The gem is cool. Potion is 85, so then you find it unless you open it up and you go to frame label. That one's called default potion. If this seems overwhelming, it's not. Just go to UI extensions, wherever you downloaded it, open up the zip file or whatever, extract the BSA file with Bethesda Archive Extractor, put it in a folder, go into the interface folder that was extracted, and in there, go into resources or something? Extension assets. And then there's these two icon ones. The Sky UI one seems to have a bunch. So look at that one. Color. Let's do color and then I think we're good. Because we did these. We did enabled. There's text color and there's icon color. So let's change the icon color and the text color to something different for one of them. Do I have my color picker thingy? I had a color picker, but I reformatted my machine. Man. Whatever, we'll just do like red, green, and blue. It'll look ugly as all get out, but that's fine. So this is text again. So it's option icon color and option text color. So there's icon color and there's text color. So this one I'm going to set it to like, are these strings? They're integers. Set property index int. It's mad because those aren't integers, which is legit. My fanciness is Vim. I learned that 16 years ago, so you don't have to know how to do any of that fancy stuff in an editor. Icon color, let's do, I don't know, OO, FFOO. And then we'll do FFOOOO. And this will be white, FF, which is F. This will be black. Let's make it C for gray. Let's do OF, C, and O. Well, E should be really light. Let's do 3 for another gray. Hex codes. I was a web designer for a while. Just look up hex codes. Use a color picker. Use a color picker. Oh, actually, we'll use a color picker in a sec. Go to the game. I don't want to leave you hanging on the color thing. A green apple, and then these are really dark. So there's the green and the red. What we can do is go to your Chrome or your Firefox and right click on something and go to inspect. And then in Firefox, there's a little picker right here. And then just point it at something. So we'll grab that blue. And so the icon color, I'll make that blue. And then we'll use the Nexus orange for the text. Just get rid of that hash. So there's the hex codes. 0x to start with the hex. You're fine. You got this. If it's too much for you, just watch it again and again and again and again and again. If I'm going too slow, then put it on 1.5 speed. Whichever way. Wherever you're at. Cool. There's the Nexus colors. the Nexus blue and the Nexus thingy. And you could do that for all of them. So we've done icons, we've done the colors of things. And the only other thing I could show you is kind of obvious. See if there's anything we're missing. We did icon color and text color. I don't know what last index would be useful for. Option icon. We did everything. Those are all the things that you can configure. I guess I'll show you one thing which will just be useful to know about, just as a trick, is we'll say select an index equals blah. Let's put this whole thing into a function. Function open wheel menu. Okay. And we'll say open wheel menu when the effect starts, when you cast a spell. And so let's just say, instead of printing that thing out, we'll say if selected index equals -1, so you didn't select anything. We'll kind of be jerks. We'll say debug.messagebox. Come on. You must select a thing. And then we will open the wheel menu. And if else if selected index equals 1, debug message box. Nice choice. Pick another. And we'll open up the wheel menu. So what you would really do is you would you could have a couple of functions, copy and paste this, and have different text for different stuff. And when you click on a wheel menu option, you don't have to do the debug message box. What you can do is just show a different wheel menu with different options. So if you click magic, then all of a sudden, boop, they'll see a wheel with all their spells, or something like that. I don't want to show that to you because we're 32 minutes over, and I kind of feel like that's something for a different series. It's just a lot. Oops. Reload. Now we're going to cast it, and we're going to try and exit. Did I reload script? Did it compile? It didn't compile, did it? What did I do wrong? End event. I made this a function, but I kept end event. So here is the full, it's hard to show. Here's the full code. You can, if you're on SD, switch to HD for your YouTube, and you should be able to see that pretty clearly. So save it, compile it, go to the game, reload script. Now if you try and exit out, this is kind of going to reproduce, like if you clicked on something, we'll show the wheel menu again. It didn't let us choose that message box. We wouldn't really want to choose that message box anyway. We could choose one, and that's good. And if we, so let's just get rid of those debug message boxes. Save build. There's our code right there. Reload. Cast. So if I hit escape, it's just going to come back. Escape, it's just going to come back. Escape, it's just going to come back. Number 1, or this first one, it's just going to come back. But you could make it a new menu, and then these other ones, it's fine. Does that make sense? Like copy this whole thing, open wheel menu. Call it open Apple menu, not like OS X Mac. And this will have one Apple Right, so if you choose number 1, I think number 0 is the Apple one. Is that the Apple one? Cool. If you choose number 0, then we'll show you the Apple menu. If you don't select something, we're going to keep showing you the main menu. Cool? I'll zoom in for you. I just made a thing called function open Apple menu. And from the main wheel menu, I said, if you don't select anything, just keep opening up the wheel menu. Haha, you have to choose something. If you select that first one, which is the Apple, it's right here, inventory food. If you select the first one, then we'll open up the Apple menu. So save, I'll build, go into the game. This is the last thing we'll show you. Cast, escape, keeps opening it. If I choose this one, it's fine. But if I cast it again, and I go to Apple, oh no. Oh, I forgot to add the open menu part. We say wheel menu dot open menu. Ta-da! I forgot the open menu. And I'm back on over to that game. Reload the script. Caster. Let's try the Apple. Boop. Now it shows you another menu. This could be a sub-menu that shows your weapons. Whatever. And then you select whatever you want. In this case, it's disabled, so there's nothing we can do. So, wheel menu. It's a pretty cool one, right? Took us 37 minutes to show you. It's got a lot of options. It's got the text. Remember, the label is what goes in the outside. The normal text is what shows up in the bottom if you hover over it. That only works if you set it enabled. The icon is the name of an icon. You can find those in the Swift files inside of UIExtensions, inside of the BSA. Just extract that with Bethesda Archive Extractor and get that Flash decompiler that I showed you to pick an icon. Set those numbers for the colors, for the text or the icon. I know it's got the OX. You may not be familiar with that, but just use a color picker on the website. Just Google for like color picker, and it'll give you a little chooser and pick whatever colors you want, and it'll give you like a little hex code that's like hash CCC. It'll be between 1 and 6 numbers. Just put that after the OX. And yeah, whenever you click on something and select it, you get that integer back from open menu. And then if you want to, you can open up submenus and submenus and submenus. And that's how you make a cool wheel experience. You could use it to set hotkeys. You could do it for a million different things. So check out the wheel menu. Thank you, UIExtensions, and we will see you soon. Happy modding, everyone. All right, bye-bye.